So now we're going to go into Elite Top Dragster. One phrase that everyone in this room has said to themselves, their driver, their crew, or their family members is "it's not over till it's over." Yes, we usually end up eating those words until now. Entering the World Finals, this driver had a couple of dominoes that needed to fall. Two past world champions in category had to slip in certain rounds, qualifying had to go a certain way, and you had to leave the event with all the hardware for a championship to even be possible. Well, it's not over till it's over. A number one qualifying effort secured max qualifying points. Domino number one. One champion falls in round number one. Domino number two. Another falls in round two. Domino number three. Win lights kept coming on, and we all kept saying, "What if?" The Hail Mary in football, the buzzer beater in basketball, the walk-off home run in baseball, and the run in drag racing. For this world champion, the run came at the most perfect time. The final win light of the season found electricity in his side of the racetrack, and not only was he an event winner for the first time this season, but a first-time Redline Oil PDRA world champion. Please welcome to the stage your 2024 Elite Top Dragster champion, Mr. Kyle Harris.
Put that on that beat. Nope.
They not like us. 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 They not like us.
Oh man, woo! Feels so good. Now I've had some cake, so I'm all jacked up on sugar. So you know. I'm so excited to be here. Let's face it, for us as a team, we're really excited for each and every PDRA race we attend. For us, it's the entire race week as we dedicate 7 days on the road and away from home for each of the PDRA races we attend. In terms of racing, it's all we do. We race with the PDRA. That's it. We travel many miles to get here this year, and following the PDRA series is quite a commitment in itself, as you can all probably agree. With our team based out of Canada, the bar is raised slightly in terms of the planning for each race. Now, we're like most every other team in here that follows a regimen of preparation in order to be ready for each event, but there's a whole other series of steps that we need to take in order for us to cross the border, the U.S. and Canadian border, with just a hope of attending a PDRA event. Crossing the U.S. and Canadian border can be a tedious and sometimes stressful process, whether it's setting up a bond for all of our equipment with each border crossing or the frequent visits between both Canadian and U.S. customs agents, or the latest, and one of the more surprising events that happened to us this year, a request for an EPA certificate for our race cars. Imagine pulling up to the customs booth and being asked by a U.S. customs officer, "Where's your EPA certificate for those race cars?" I'll follow up with another question. Have any of you ever tried to call the Environmental Protection Agency of the United States, other than maybe a creaseman? Now imagine being a Canadian and calling up the EPA and asking, "Who do I speak with to get an emissions certificate for our racing vehicles, because the nice border agent has explained to me that we're not allowed to cross the next time we come to the border without it." The dude didn't even really care what our point situation was with the PDRA series either. Once we finally do get across the border, it's happy times. It's Tuesday, and we are on our way. It's only Tuesday. Tuesday has become our travel day one for most of the races. We leave home on Tuesdays filled with excitement, and with the hopes of just getting to the track in one piece, park close enough to the front of the line to secure a good parking spot for when they finally open the gates up on Wednesday. Parking for the sportsman racers becomes somewhat of an issue, and you better get there early if you want a good spot. We always want some asphalt, but it's not always available to the sportsman racer now that the series has grown so much. I thought that by buying a giant 18-wheeler, it might make a difference over our smaller motorhome and tag trailer, but I was wrong. At our last race, as an example, we checked all the boxes. We crossed the border cleanly, went well. We got to the track late Tuesday night, parked like 15th or so back in the lineup. Life was good. Our turn to park, and we were told where to go. Trouble is that Lake Dunn had formed at the head end of our pit area, and so we just didn't want to pull in. Well, Randy Lee, I know he's probably here somewhere. I haven't seen him, but Randy Lee stops on his scooter, and he comes over and he says, "What's wrong, Kyle?" So I showed him the lake and said, "That ain't nothing. What are you worried about?" "Well, Randy, I don't want to get this big 18-wheeler stuck in the mud." Randy looked at me straight in the eye and he said, "Hey, if the water's laying on top, that means the ground is solid underneath. You won't get stuck." And just like that, he drove away. Well, buckle up, family. We're grabbing gears and we're pulling into that parking spot. I mean, I guess it was at that moment that I realized that in Randy's eyes, every pit spot is a good one in some way. And I'm probably never going to win that battle, but that's what racing with the PDRA is to me and to our team. It's the journey. It's the experiences we have, the stories that come of it, the friends we made along the way. The racing, well, that's intense. It's considered to be, by many, the best in the world, and to suggest that we really wanted this was somewhat of an understatement. We worked real hard. Our road to the championship was filled with both highs and lows. Proudly standing behind my son Ryan and supporting him to achieve his goals was one of those highs. Ryan earning his PDRA top dragster license this year, running a best of 374 in our family dragster at 16 years old. Also cutting multiple 00 lights, making me wonder what the heck I'm doing wrong in the process. Our junior dragster program, where Ryan went to the World Finals, holding the lead in the championship for the Pro Junior Dragster category, winning multiple races to get there is a major accomplishment, and I'm very proud of you for what you've accomplished this year. I really liked your odds much better than my own going into that final race. As Tyler put it very well, I was sitting third in Elite Top Dragster with a very slim chance that we could win the championship. In order for me to win the rights to call myself the 2024 World Champion, I would need to gather all the points I could get. Qualifying number 1, win the race, win the championship. The caveat is Steve Furr needs to go out first round, Kellen Farmer needs to go out second round, and before any of that could be realized. I can't even begin to calculate those odds that were against me or my team. I tried. It made me dizzy. When Ryan didn't qualify at the World Finals, we watched his championship hope slip away, and that was a very low point. As a team, we were down. Emotionally, this is a very difficult place to recover from. We certainly did not feel like champions at that particular moment. But final qualifying was still not complete in Top Dragster, and we needed to pick ourselves up as a team and find the strength to push forward. We went out and ran our personal best of 368.2, cementing us into the number 1 qualifying spot for the event. The ladder shook out in our favor to run Steve Furr first round, and I thought, okay, let's get this done. Let's take this round by round, win the race, win the championship. And that's exactly what we did. I'm so proud of our team. My wife, Jenny, I love you so much, and I know how hard you work at keeping it all together. Jenny doesn't really come to the races for the racing. She comes to see and visit the many friends that she's made along this journey, and also probably for the alcohol. I couldn't do this without you by my side, and I don't think that I'd want to. Our son Ryan, I'm so proud of you. I'm incredibly proud of you for your accomplishments as a racer and as a crew chief to me. You tirelessly work alongside me and help me with all the work required. I see that you're learning, you're developing your own set of skills at each step of the way. At such a young age, whether in racing or in life, you've accomplished more than some would in a lifetime. There are very big things yet to come in your future. I love you, and I'm honored to be able to be a part of this journey with you. It takes a mountain of support to operate at this level. I've been drag racing for almost 30 years now. I started off with a simple rented U-Haul trailer, and our operation has now grown to 3 race cars, a transport truck, and a whole lot of support from sponsors and partners. Thank you to DFS Projects, 00 Permits and Project Services, Inc., Harquip Limited, Fast Eddie Racewear, Boogeyman and Company, Jerry and Ked. Thank you for coming tonight and for your support over the years. Atchison Machine Service, Bob and Rob Atchison, and the entire Atchison family. I used to crew for Rob Atchison's Alcohol Funny Car back in the IHRA days. During that time, Rob showed me what it was to be a champion as he won 3 of his own. Work hard, keep your family close, and be kind to others. I'm honored that you would be here to celebrate these achievements with me tonight. I couldn't have done it without your guidance and your support that you've given me all these years. Thank you. I also want to thank George and Chris Suppers for always being there in support of our program. George has always been the guy that's been in the pits with me when we've been down, and he always brings me back up. He's got just the most positive attitude I can think of. And that really helped us at the final event when we were so down with Ryan. So thank you, George, for being there for us. To my mom, my dad, my daughter, Christina, my brothers, Cody and Kevin, Uncle Mike and Jimmy, thank you. Miss Tammy and the Godspeed Ministry for the prayers. Your prayers and words before every run keep me at peace. I would also like to thank everyone at the PDRA, from the safety team to the tech department to operations. The talented guys and gals that make up the PDRA are the reason me and my team reciprocate the effort. We see you working hard for us, putting in some really long days and enjoying what you do. You are working hard in an effort to take this series to the next level, and we remain committed to being a part of it. There's nothing compared to the PDRA, and I will be proud to display the #1 heading into next season. I quit drinking in Bristol in hopes that I could gain some clarity. I've done really well with my sobriety until we won the championship. Then one little visit to Glenn Butcher's awning takedown party, and right off the wagon I went. I don't think anybody could survive that. I've waited till then to raise a glass and ask that you join me now. To PDRA, the champions, and the racers here tonight, congratulations on your 2024 season. Thank you.